All right, three, two, one. Let's get it. Let's do the damn thing. Welcome to another episode of What's Your Problem, the podcast. I'm your host, Marsh Bice. And today, man, we're going to talk about technology and how do you use technology? Do you use technology more or less? Because here's the truth. If you're using it to do less, technology is going to replace you. But if you're using technology to do more work harder, work smarter, it's going to make you massively successful. That's what I'm going to unpack today. This morning, the inspiration for this episode 951, comes from reading Coach Bill Belichick's book, The Art of Winning, Lessons from My Life in Football. And specifically in chapter 14, I like to jump around. I do random reading, so I didn't start at chapter 1. I just found the title of the chapter 14, is called Change. So I was like, that's interesting. And so let me listen to that section. Sometimes I read random sections. Other times, if I'm doing other things, I just listen to it. This morning I was listening to it. I like to read it because I can kind of soak it in and highlight those and come back to it. When I listen to those things, I just bookmark them and then I come back around to them and really unpack it in my quiet time. Coach Bill Belichick says this. He says, I'm all for technology. But the point of technology, and let me set this up before I go any further. He's talking about when he first started coaching, he used an ice pick method. And the ice pick method was he had these little these 3x5 note cards, and what he did is he broke down every possible situation he could think of, and he put them in all kind of different offense, defense, special teams, blah blah blah. And so he would punch a hole in the top, and he would push an ice pick through them, and they would be on his wall. And so in different situations, they would pull that ice pick off, and then how to coach in those situations would drop down, and that was his ice pick method. Very archaic. He said nowadays, the technology they use, it costs $100,000 a year for them to use, and it's just a point and a click. He said, but look, I'm all for technology. But the point of technology is so that you can work more, not work less, especially where the margins make all the difference. Now, let's just park right there. The margins in your life, this is a game. He's talking about football is a game of margins. Bro, life is a game of margins. The margins are what's going to make huge differences in your life. Success is not found in the big leaps. It's not found in the highlight reels. Success is always going to be found in the margins. And so winning, whether it be in football, whether it be in business, hell, whether it be in life, is found by working your edges. It's found in the margins. And the margins are these micro adjustments. Now, it takes hours of practice and dedication and years of repetition. But this is how you get your edge. And see, technology should be used to help you sharpen your edge. It should make you sharper. It should make you faster. It should make you more efficient. But let me tell you what the danger is. Most people don't use it for that. Most people use technology as a shortcut, as a crutch to do less. And if that's the case, if that's you, the technology that you're using as a crutch to do less is going to eventually replace you. Coach Bill Belichick reminds us, bro, if you have technology, so does everyone else. It's not like you got an unfair advantage. The unfair advantage is how you use the technology. See, if you're using AI to write 50 pitches, you got to understand your competitor is 10x in that. They're figuring out how to do 500 pitches. Same tool, different outcome. One person is just dialing it in, is using it to cut corners. The other person is using technology to expand capacity. And that's the difference. That's what's key. See, technology raises all boats, but only for those who actually use it and use it in the right way. Many people don't even use the technology. And that's the OG method is noble, okay? It is. And so the good news is, if the shit hits the fan and you got to go to analog lifestyle because you're old school, because you like the old pen to paper, because you like to freehand this thing, I like to think it for myself. I don't want to. No, you're really scared of technology. But that's all noble if you can do that and do it analog style, meaning that you can do it just the old caveman style. Great. That's good. Because when technology shits the bed, and occasionally it does, you have to have alternatives. But technology is a tremendous companion to you. It's not a crutch. It's a companion. And technology, when used the right way, can help you do superhuman things. Because where everybody else is like, bro, how in the world do you get all this stuff done? It's because you use it in the right way as a companion. It frees you up to do more impactful work that matters. So that way you can spend your emotional and your mental currency, physical currency even, on things that even bring more impact. So while technology is sometimes that companion, your caddy, if you will, now you can apply resources elsewhere, and this is how everything perpetuates. This is how everything gets big for you. Don't use technology as a crutch. I will tell you this, and hear me well. Uncle Marsh told you, if you're using technology to shortcut, if you're using technology to dial it in, just get it out of the way, get it done here, just for the simple fact so that you can get back to seeing what everybody else is doing on social media. If you're using technology to scroll, to sit there and get back to gossiping, talking about last night's game, or just get to the next Netflix episode, bro, you're sabotaging yourself. See, you're using technology as a crutch to get it out of the way. Just push send. Get the report done. Okay? You're not leveraging technology. You're letting technology eventually replace you. And hear me well. That's mediocrity at best. If you're using technology to do mediocre things, technology it's going to take you out. It's going to replace your mediocre ass and do even more things. Like, let me tell you how I use technology. Technology, number one, I embrace technology all the time. Like, I don't mind looking stupid. I don't mind looking like a rookie because it's all temporary. It's just another notch for me, man. It's another arrow for me. Okay, so the technology, not only do I embrace it because I work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week in the car business. Okay, so I'm putting in about 60 hours. But I have a full-time podcast. And I've been able to leverage technology using AI and using Descript. I use that not so I can do fewer episodes, so I can bring you more. And so when I first started the podcast and how I do it today, it is pen to paper. I am a fan and will always write these things down. I will use the old analog method, pen to paper. I have a digital tablet. I don't like writing with that. I like a legal pad. I have them all right here. I have a trunk right behind me. It's full. I need to buy another trunk full of legal pads that I've been doing every day since 2017. So I use the analog method of writing, of thinking things through. But when I'm done with that, now I bring technology in as a companion. I run it through AI to make sure my message is more clear. It's concise. It's still me. It just root out some of the stuff that I get off on the feeder road with. So I use technology to keep me on pace so that way I'm not just babbling. And then I use Descript so that way I can quickly. I'm not good on GarageBand. I didn't know how to use it. It was too. I didn't have studio time. Okay, so I use Descript to edit my podcast super quick. Plus, it clips out the most impactful clips, so that way I save time with that. I don't use AI to come up with my episodes. Give me something motivational to talk about today. No, I do the hard work. I think about it. I read. I study. I write it out. But then I run these things through so that way I can deliver a message in a short amount of time because I got to get to work. I got to go 10 hours. So I don't have 5 hours to develop something. And it's part of my core energy that I read, that I write, and that I deliver a message every day. And so I'm perfecting those things to get better. So I want to use me as an example. I'm using technology so that I can do more work and work harder, not less. So here's my challenge to you. You got to take a hard look at how you're using technology right now. Are you using technology as a crutch? Are you just hit and send? Are you just flinging in like an old cigarette butt? Just, it's done. No, use technology, man, to think as a companion. It's a superhuman companion. And the more you use like tools like AI, it gets to know you more. I've built a body of work, and so it knows how I deliver. It knows how I think. And so it is the model has learned the way I deliver messages. At first, it was like way out there. I was just kind of like, didn't really know me. We're just getting to know each other. But the more you feed that thing through, it's my stuff. I feed it through, and it makes the messages more concise. I hope so. That's how I use technology. So how are you using technology? As a crutch or as a companion? Are you using technology to do more or less? Because if you're using it to cut corners, it's just a matter of time, bro, before it's going to replace you. But if you use it to expand your capacity, to push harder, to work more, to get sharper, this is where the yolk separates from the egg, man. You're going to separate yourself. Technology ain't going away. It's just more of it. And if you're already running along with it, then you just bring another skill set in. So if you haven't started using technology, begin using it, okay? You're going to look stupid for a little while. That's all right, okay? So use technology. Get started. Push yourself. And as you do it, you'll get faster. You'll get quicker, okay? And then as new technology comes about, you'll just feed it along the way. Don't forget, I'm putting a worksheet with today's episode with that as well, because I want this to be a working podcast. I want this to be some self-reflection for you and really just kind of check yourself and be like, hey, am I using technology in the right way? All right. So free download for that. And if I can help you with anything, please let me know. All right. Let's get out of here. Thanks for sharing this episode. Let's get the word out, man. We're the top 1% podcast in the world. That's where we're on the way. Right now, we're 3%, crossed 100,000 downloads. Let's rock, man. Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Never settle. Stay tough. Peace.